Hey everybody and welcome to the Bullsheep party. I'm on 2 cups of coffee today. And in this one we're gonna be reviewing the new podium vehicle. As always, we're gonna be looking at its interior, its exterior, and you know the rest. Basically the goal of this video is to tell you if this vehicle is worth it or not, but don't skip to the end. As always, what makes these videos great is my sparkling personality. And there's gonna be plenty of that in this one. Oh, speaking of which, I haven't even told you the name of the new podium vehicle. And for those of you who still don't know, this is the Freecrawler and it was released way back in 2018. And as you can see, it has 4 working doors, which means it can sit 4 people. And one thing that I want to add here is that it's based on some sort of a weird private tank that has wheels. No joke, it even has the engine from the Dodge Demon. But anyway, back to the Freecrawler. If you want to buy it outright, it's gonna cost you about $600,000. And as for the level of interactivity you can expect from this vehicle, this is pretty much it. You can open the hood, all 4 doors, the trunk, and the rear weird tailgate thing. All in all, I gotta say I'm pretty happy with what I'm seeing here, but the bigger test for this vehicle is how it's gonna perform when we start driving it, and more importantly, when we go off-road. And with the exterior taken care of, let's get in and see what the interior looks like. And all in all, the interior looks, well, nothing special. Definitely nothing like the real-world inspiration for this vehicle. And even though this is supposed to be a gasoline V8, it sounds more like a diesel. I'm not impressed by the sound, but more importantly, what's the performance like, and most importantly, what type of drivetrain it has. And since we're basically dealing with the ultimate off-roader, it should come to no surprise that this is a 4-wheel drive vehicle. And with my incredibly scientific thorough test done, it's time to get going to Los Santos Customs to see how this vehicle customizes. And one thing that I'm gonna give you here is my initial thoughts of the stock version of this. And yes, I know it's not meant for the street, but this is where I'm driving it going to Los Santos Customs. After we customize it and fully upgrade it, then we're gonna be taking it off-roading. And my first impression that I'm gonna share with you is that without looking at any charts or anything, this is definitely not one of the fastest vehicles in its category. Feels kinda sluggish, it feels kinda top heavy, which it should since it's very, well, top heavy. But other than that, it performs pretty much exactly how you'd expect it to. People tell me I can't drive. The brakes are decent, the handling is decent aside from the top heaviness that I mentioned earlier. The acceleration isn't great, but oh well, what can you expect? And the overall feeling of the vehicle is, I gotta say, average. I'm really excited to see what kind of customization and performance options we're gonna have in Los Santos Customs. Maybe we're gonna turn this completely mediocre vehicle into a dime, but probably not. And here we are finally in Los Santos Customs, and as always the first thing I want to do is share with you the sale price of this one. No surprises there. And after this, as we do with every vehicle, I'm gonna completely upgrade the performance up front. This allows me to, first of all, not forget anything at the end, and secondly, to skim over the customization options and see what I'm in for. Once again guys, this vehicle was released in 2018, almost 3.5 years ago. So I'm really excited to see what kind of performance options we have, and I'm really excited to see if we have a light fixture option, just like the vehicle this one is based on does. And as you can see, so far so good. We have some customization options, not the best, but I can't really complain. One thing that I want to add is that this vehicle doesn't have a spoiler modification, which means that you can't increase the traction that way. So in terms of traction, what you see is what you get, and that's it maxed out. But as far as the front grille is concerned, I'm happy to say that you have a plethora of different customization options, of which I like this one the best, because it looks like a Hummer. And keeping up with the Hummer theme, as you'll see in a second, I'm gonna choose a hood that matches the Hummer H1 pretty well as well. And with that done, it's time to see my most dreaded customization option. The livery. If not for nothing, at least we need to remove the existing one, but here is a sample of everything else this option has to offer. And yes, I'm stumbling over my words because I'm paying attention to what's happening and I'm really not liking what I'm seeing. Mudguards. Next up we have the most important customization option, which is the license plate, make it yellow and black. And after it, we have the most useless customization option, which is this one. I legitimately don't see the point in this, and I don't see the appeal of it. Unless you just want to throw away $12,000. And speaking of throwing money away, you can kinda lower your vehicle by putting a sidestep on it. Let me rephrase that. You can lower your off-road vehicle by putting a sidestep on it. Only an idiot will do that. And I know what you're asking yourselves, did this idiot do that? Yes, he did. And next up, we probably have the most controversial customization option of the entire vehicle, the snorkel. And the reason it's controversial is because it's only cosmetic. Don't go in the water with this. Or rather do, but at your own discretion. And one of the last customization changes we're gonna make is to the wheels. I really didn't like the stock wheels and I don't like the color. But first let's choose nice rims, then choose nice tires for the rims, and let's worry about the color in due time. For now, the last thing we're gonna do before respraying the vehicle is choose a window tint option. And with that done, is that part of the video again where we choose a color for this podium vehicle. And I know what you're saying if you're new to the channel, that is, subscribe by the way. But Bullsheep, what do you mean we choose the podium vehicle color? I'll gladly explain, viewer. See, every week I ask you guys, the subscribers, what color do you want me to make the new podium vehicle coming Thursday? And you guys never steer me wrong, you always choose a color. I said you always choose a... Yeah, that's right, you chose potato again. Thanks for that, now it's my job to choose a potato color. No, but in all seriousness, thank you so much to everybody that voted. Hopefully you like the result, and here is the potato color that you all voted for. Great, so my garages are starting to look like potatoes stacked next to each other. Oh, no, I know. They're starting to look like a bag of potatoes. Nah, I'm sorry, I'll see myself out. Potatoes. Wait, what was I doing before this? Oh yeah, a video. The Bullsheep party, where the host is always a professional. Insert burp here. Oh, and subscribe. That's a joke from last week. Was that? You didn't watch the video? Oh, now I'm sad. And now I'm happy again. Is that normal? Anyways, here we can marvel at the masterpiece I created inside Los Santos Customs. And if I can say so myself, I really like the look of this vehicle and I really like the way it turned out. Now, with the customization out of the way, let me tell you about the performance of it and how it changed compared to the stock version. The acceleration is noticeably better, although there is still something to be desired. The top speed is a little better, I guess, I can't really tell. But the biggest problem with this vehicle are the brakes, they're pretty much the same. And really the biggest problem is the way the vehicle handles because of its weird weight distribution. Because it's so top heavy, it doesn't handle like anything else on the road. And because it's so high up, it still feels incredibly flimsy, especially at high speeds. But as I said in the beginning, this is me testing the vehicle on the road, and this is how it compares the stock version on the road to the fully upgraded one. But if you're looking to get this vehicle, you're probably not going to be driving it on the road, are you? And if you're planning to drive it off-road, which you should be, let me tell you, there are only a couple of vehicles better at this than the Freecrawler. Going off-road with this vehicle turns it from something mediocre to something great. And the weird thing is that the weird weight distribution somehow works when you're going off-road. I don't know how or why, no rhyme or reason for that, it just does. So to answer the question, is this vehicle worth it? I guess so. If you want it for off-road. Or actually, let me clarify that. If you want to have fun with it off-road, you're not gonna win any races with this. And if you're watching the video in the week it was released, then this is the current podium vehicle. And you should get this one for free, definitely. But paying $700,000 for it is definitely a good deal as well. What I'm saying is, if you're looking for a fun off-road vehicle, this is a good one. However, it's not very fun to drive on the road, you do need to know that. And I guess that is gonna mark the end of this video. Thank you to everybody that watched, hopefully you liked what you saw, and if that's the case, please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and again, you like the content. Go check out the Patreon in the description if you want extra videos, and with all that, I'll catch you all in the next one. I think I need to call AAA. Again.